everyone, it's Paul from Alexandria Knife Sharpening, Laser Engraving. I want to use this video as a new shop trailer, or I guess we should say channel trailer. I used to have a channel trailer up all the time on my channel, and it used to be a shop tour showing the different gear in my shop. But there's so much gear now, I'm not going to use it for that, but I do want to use it to address the audience to kind of let them know how this channel has evolved over time and to answer a few repeat questions that come up all the time, and also to avoid people getting upset, because occasionally I'll get an email from someone who's upset about something and I just don't think they completely understand the entire situation here. So let's get into it just a little bit. I started my business in 2019. I started my sharpening business out of a one-car garage at a different location. I didn't even go on YouTube until 2021. In 2021, I thought it would be beneficial and fun to go on YouTube to help other people that were interested in sharpening start a sharpening service like I did. My goal was to help them avoid a lot of the pitfalls and mistakes that I made in the beginning starting out. I made some bad decisions. I bought gear. It was not a great order of gear that I bought. And I bought gear that I didn't need. And I bought gear that I didn't use. And I figured, you know what? Let me help some other guys out make better choices. It'll save them money. It'll help them get started sooner. And that was my goal in the beginning. Now we're in 2025. And the shop has changed considerably. And you can enjoy some of this. If you want to go see the evolution of it, go back to some of my earlier stuff. See the videos from when I was working in a one-car garage. You'll even see how much we've progressed in the quality of our videos. Some of my early stuff, I've almost wanted to take it down because I had terrible microphones and some of the stuff just wasn't that great, but it is a really good visual reference of how things have progressed over time. Keep in mind, not only have I grown in knife sharpening, but I also added other things over time. A few years ago, I informed everyone on the channel, I'm going to start doing laser engraving of knives. And that's how that started out. What happened over time, I ended up adding several laser engravers. And there were some really smart people when I said that in the beginning that knew laser engraving or had done laser engraving, and even people that I followed said to me, oh, you think you're going to get one laser engraver? You're not. You're going to end up with a bunch of them. Nobody buys one laser. And they were dead right. And that's what happened. And over time, I ended up having multiple lasers. I think now I have 6 of them. There's quite a few here in the shop. My point of this is just please understand this. You will see lots of different gear in here. And I don't expect anybody to go out and buy absolutely everything I show. It's not the same shop that it was in 2019 when I started. I have lots of options here. But as I have preached many times, and if you watch my videos, you don't have to replicate exactly what I have here. You don't have to buy all this gear. You can start small. I started small. Go back and watch this stuff. I didn't have 3 Tormek machines when I started. I had 1. And for several years, I had 1. I had one 1x30. But as my shop did well, as I made more money, I reinvested in my business and added more gear that I thought would benefit my business. I want to address one other thing. The audience has also changed. Sometimes you're gonna see things that are not necessarily 100% meant for the guy starting a knife sharpening business. A lot of my audience also are people that just want to learn to sharpen. I regularly will get emails from people saying things like, hey, Paul, love your channel. I've learned a ton. I'm not looking to start a sharpening business. I just want to know how to really sharpen my own stuff really well. And I've even gotten some really interesting ones like, hey, I live in an apartment. I don't have a garage. I can't have power equipment. What could I get that would work really well to sharpen my stuff? And that's where I show certain options and tools and different things like the TSProfs that I have. I recently had a person who got upset and they thought I had abandoned Tormek machines because they saw me talking about a TSProf sharpener. I haven't abandoned any of my gear. I keep almost everything. If it's useful and I use it and I like it, then it stays in my shop unless I find something far better to replace it with. So you're gonna see lots of gear options. You're gonna see lots of different things that come and go, but it doesn't mean that you have to follow exactly what I'm doing or go out and purchase exactly what I have. If you see something that you think is going to really fit what you're doing really well, that's great if you decide to go get it. But if you don't, or if you see something that you go, that's not really for me, that's great too. And just keep in mind, there might be somebody out there that particular video is geared toward, and it may just be someone that's situation is very different than yours.